Welcome to Slash Forward. In this episode, we're going to examine a monument to 1980s consumerism with the film Night of the Comet. In the process of doing so, if you find yourself enjoying the video, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Let's get to it. We open on a narrative voice discussing a long-lost cosmic visitor with an orbit so elliptical it hasn't buzzed us with its dusty tail since the dinosaur extinction. Only a small number of eggheads view this as more than a coincidence, while the rest of the masses of cynical idiots find it a reason to celebrate. This creates a perfect merchandising opportunity as this theater manager spends an excessive amount of time trying to hard sell some gag antenna. While he's distracted with this, Regina spends her shift speedrunning Tempest, dominating the leaderboards. She then halfway gets to work, hiding away in the projection room and calling her sister Samantha. She's trying to coordinate alibis so she can have an adult-oriented comet-watching party. Turns out, Doris doesn't give two craps what they do so long as they don't upset their father. That evening, the comet slides through, creating some unusual atmospheric events. And Regina cuddles up in the quiet, bunker-like projection room with Larry, who, based on his position, appears to be engaged in some cheeky ass play. The next morning, the sun rises on a world unencumbered by the scourge of humanity, evidenced by sporadic piles of dust and empty clothing. Larry wakes up grumpy with the sleeping bag stuck to his urethra and storms off to secure a film reel he loaned out. Reggie emerges shortly after, unsure of what to make of the free bikini briefs strewn about. She gets locked out and has to go around the side, where she finds Larry's keys and bike conspicuously present. We get a hint of what likely happened when she's confronted by some sort of half-zombie who fails to heed her warnings, so she tunes him up a bit, high-kicking his face in. She then goes for a surreal ride across a desolate downtown LA, soon arriving at her family home. She proceeds carefully in her double-breasted blouse and finds Samantha alive and completely unaware. Sam spent the night in the steel yard shed to give Doris the impression she had run away, and she's not easily convinced that the apocalypse is upon them. So when the DJ makes some date-specific comments, they decide to drive to the station. Unfortunately, Steve LeBeau now only exists in recorded form. A gunman emerges from the shadows and demands to check their eyes. After being sufficiently lost in them, he's convinced they're not comet zombies. Hector and Regina share their survivor battle stories, and he recommends they stick together. For survival purposes, of course. While they sort this out, Sam plays DJ and gets a call on the hit line. She explains the caller identified himself as a member of a think tank that had prepped for this event, but he hung up before she could get more information. We learn the thinkers are enacting a plan of survival, and that the effects of the comet are degenerative for some folks who only had minor exposure, and they're trying to round up survivors before they turn into full zombies. That night, Hector reveals his plans to visit San Diego to check on his mom, and also does a quick check of Regina's situation. As they get to know each other, it leaves Samantha feeling utterly isolated and alone. The next day finds the girls working to keep their skills up, and having an argument about whether Reggie made it with Hector because Sam wanted to crack at him. They eventually laugh off their unresolved rivalries, burying it deep down inside. Meanwhile, Hector goes to San Diego and finds his mother's house empty, as expected. Feeling awkward about their emotional vulnerabilities, the girls get creative with killing time, which means an epic mall montage. But a roving band of creepers announce themselves, prompting the girls to strap up. After a brief game of cat and mouse, they find themselves unable to overcome the gang's superior numbers and get jammed up. Luckily, the group of tankers pick up their trail and deduce their most likely location.
Where would adolescents with nothing to do go?
Their successful deduction results in them saving the girls from the now half-zombies just in the nick of time. Ultimately, they only take Reg back to the bunker, keeping Sam under the auspices of her leading them to Hector. Instead, they euthanize her, recognizing that she's slowly becoming zombified and doesn't have long to live. Unfortunately for Oscar, Dr. White is so conflicted by the moral ambiguity of the group's mission, she finds that only by shooting him can she ease her troubled conscience. Hector then returns to the station dressed as sexy Santa, only to find a forgetful Dr. White, succumbing to the comet sickness and failing to remember what she's even doing there. Luckily, she wrote it all down for him before going ahead and falling asleep until the end of time. Back at the bunker, we see the thinkers are all becoming forgetful themselves, and that they're actually using the survivors to harvest their sweet, sweet blood to make a serum that will cure their comet sickness. About this time, Reg gets a weird vibe from Dr. Carter, who drops all pretenses and admits they killed Sam.
Your sister's dead.
So, she quickly becomes the architect of her own escape. At about this time, Hector arrives at the front gate, and he asks the guard if he's ever seen a dead body. Curiosity piqued, he takes a gander at a less interesting live girl, Dr. White having faked Sam's death with a less than lethal dose of tranquilizer. Hector then wires up the outside while Sam cuts the generators, inadvertently killing all the brain-dead blood bags. Reg finds a couple of kids and Sam, and they make it out to the car where Hector pulls a short distance away, enticing the chase to ensure they blow the pyrotechnics. They then rush in to take in the pungent odor of burning flesh, a comforting memory they'll carry to their graves. One cleansing rain later, everything's all better, and the survivors become a fine, upstanding family, everyone eventually pairing off to repopulate the Earth with a disturbingly high rate of genetic homogeneity. and that was Night of the Comet, an often overlooked predecessor to more popular later work like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But this film was competently shot, provides an eerie atmosphere, and genuinely stands on its own. If you enjoyed the video, I'd love for you to become a part of the channel by subscribing. Thanks for watching.